Hey everyone, DaggerHand here. I am back in the Neverworld OpenSim Grid. Um, I've decided to make another video concerning building. For those of you who may not be aware of some tricks we use, I want to share that with you. The last video I showed you how to build a store. It was an example, right? And I showed you the magic wand, which I'll go through it very quickly here. Alright, so this is the magic wand up here. Click that. Copy selected. Okay, make sure you put a check in it. Center will always be checked. So now you right click on the edging that you want. So what I want to do, I want the prim to come this way, right? This way. So right click on this edge. Oh, what happened there? Wait a second. Sorry. Left click. Pardon me. Left click on that edge. Okay, so let's do that again. Alright, so there, it's all checked. And there you go, left click. Right, so now what I'm going to do, all right, and you can do that trick if you have a bunch of walls made up and you want to make a second story. Obviously the doorway will be something that you'll have to close up once you bring it up, but you could do that trick by flipping your camera over. All right, position yourself such, have everything linked, which I'll show you that again in a little bit. I'm just going to make a few walls, a little shape. I'm not making a store or anything like that, but this is about seams and trying to fix textures that when you're building can be a little bit hectic. So got the magic wand ready, so left click on the top and the prim goes up. Okay, all right, so you can see the outline of the two prims there. So getting past that, go to my inventory here. So I've got a couple of textures here that I'm going to use. I'm going to start with this one here. So what I did, I just put some color on the prim. I made it white, and I put this color because it's kind of a more in the neutral, earthly tone, and it might be good to create where it disappears better between the different textures and all that. So we'll see how that works out as we go along with the different textures. Okay, so we've got this wallpaper here. You can see it's very busy. There's a lot going on here. And sometimes there are some wallpapers where it would not flow smoothly into the next prim. Okay, so we're going to see how this one works out. And make sure that's all set. Left click. Okay, so you see how beautiful that is? Okay, so this one, all right, that's your line right there. All right, so that leaf continues onto this side here. All right, it matches very well. Not all wallpaper is that forgiving. Okay, so but that's one of the reasons I'm doing this video is because I've gone around the open sims. There are great builders all over the place, but there are some folks that I walk into their stores or look at these houses I walk by, and you get, and I'm going to do this. All right. All right, so now I push that in. You see what I'm doing? I'm turning my camera, and you get that flickering going on. And you get a lot of that in some places. And so for you folks who are trying to build and you wind up with situations like this, maybe this is a little extreme as far as I pushed it in, but you know, you're pulling the prim out instead of let me just go through the motions for you. Okay, now I'm holding my shift. I'm left clicking and holding this red arrow and I'm pulling. Okay, so you're trying to get that to sit properly. Okay, and you can see it. You could just see it, folks. All right, flickering there. Okay, even that's a problem. Okay, so from what I understand, I've never looked it up. I really don't know, but from what I understand, when you have all that flickering going on, that adds, oh, it adds to the lag of the region. So you want to work without any of that happening. And even if that theory is not correct, you still want to do it the right way, don't you? So left click, and it goes right in there. No seams, no flickering. Okay, that's your line right there. Okay, right. So the idea is to work with as much perfection as you can, right? This way it looks real. So this wallpaper is very nice. It's very forgiving, and it blends right in beautifully. Okay, so let's get rid of this one prim, and let's go through what I've got here. Okay, the marbles, the floor. I'm gonna do that right now. Purple flowers. Let's see what we get for that. Okay. All right. So this is something that you're gonna have to make a decision on something like this. So let's do this. Let's make our copy. All right. So now you can see. If I could stop walking, I'd be a happy guy. Sometimes we get a lot of that in these. Oh boy. I could be crashing, folks. So bear with me. Unfortunately, these places do have little issues like that. But okay, I'm back. I'm good. I think I'm good. Anyway, so now here you can see the line. Okay. So what do you do with that? Okay. You got two options. I'm going to do this one first. You're going to you're going to pick the select face and just left click on this face. Okay, so you want the horizontal. This is the flip, and flip it this way. Okay, how does that look to you? Okay, and although you see the stain of the texture, you don't see the line of the two prims. So that's blended in very nicely. You could do that. Of course, this prim is a little too big. This flowers look huge. Depending on what you build, obviously that's doable. So the other option, let's pick the face, put that back. Okay. All right. So the other option would be, and this is costly for Primwise. Okay, is that you'll take and now I'm just gonna pull it because it doesn't really matter. Okay. All right. Because I'm gonna change the shape of that. Let's go in here, default. All right. Let's take that color off. And then we will bring you this way. All right. Stretching the trim. Only one side. Okay. So now I'm going to make it a little smaller there. And so this is the inside of the store or whatever, the house or the walls, right? So now you want to come out a little bit. You have a little framework going on here. Okay. And and that's pretty much it. I mean, what else can you do, right? You could do that, but then you have to work out the outside. So this is a little more of a pain in the ass, right? So so what you can do when you have this problem, okay, is let's do that. Let's do that over again, okay? Just want to show you a little more specific. Okay, so now that I've got that prim there. All right, so here we are. Okay, so this is where we're at. All right, so now I don't have to have it so thick. So I'm going to bring it in because I just want it on the inside. All right, I don't want the outside of the store to have that molding. All right, and make this a little more even size. Okay. I'll blank that out, and I don't know what you'd want to use there. Let's see if I got some wood that can work. Well, although it's got lines, if I rotate that to 90 degrees. Okay, that's rotation. Put the 9 there, click away from it. It'll activate it. So now you see how thin that is, but that's all right. Okay. You got to work the numbers here, folks. You can see what I'm doing over here. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to move this over. Let's see how where it shows up. All right, building is always down to the single digits and all that. So I'm going to take out those two numbers, put a 1 and put a 5. Okay, we still got the black. Okay, so we go to the 5 and make that a 1. Okay. All right, so that's nice. Okay, so that has a little stuff to it, but this is just to give you an idea, right? So we'll take some color. You can start the color anywhere because you want to get to your brown. All right, you want to get to your brown right there. All right, working with earthly tone colors, right? All right, so there you go. So you're not seeing the flickering, you're seeing the edges, just the edges, you know, moving, and it's an optical illusion, really. That's all it is. So yeah, so you're basically making a framework, right? So if you wanted to leave it like that, you know, you can, and you could work your stores around, maybe just an accent wall or something like that. So that's one option, right? So let's take that out. Let's take this out, and we'll try another texture. So now you know about the framework. So we're not gonna show that again. Let's use this one here, right? Let's see how this one lends. Let's see how it works out. Okay, so again, these textures are being very friendly. Okay, there are some that are not. Okay, so that worked out beautiful. No flickering. Everything is smooth. Okay, I'm going to show you another quick trick in a little bit. If you have textures in different directions, okay, the walls and all that, or even the floors. So there's another way to do this to work with your textures. Okay, so let's see how that is. All right. Okay. Yes. It's beautiful. Okay. So I'm just going to go through these textures quickly. Let's see how this. No. Olive green. Okay. Yellow border. All right. Let's take a look at that. Okay. See? Came out very nice. All right. So now I'm going to go through this very quickly. I want to show you now that next thing that I do. And a lot of people do it. We did that one already. Grapevine. Okay, well this is, all right. So now this is more like a pool, right? A pool or a bathroom, some kind of even a Roman style. So let's see how this comes out. Okay, right? So just out of curiosity, let's see what happens when we flip this texture. There you go. So it works both ways very nicely, right? So yeah, it's very nice. Okay, so yeah, that works. That's a busy texture. Okay. That came out very nice, actually. So now, let's see how this works. Okay, so you see what happens there in the middle. So you could change how it kind of looks, you know. So there's different options you have. So what I'm trying to get at, which I don't have the other texture that would give me that. So some textures, which let me show you with, where is it? The blue. Where is the blue rose? Okay. All right. So some textures, these edges are not designed to pick up from one edge to the other. Okay. When the prim goes out. So in other words, this edge here, when the prim goes out, lands here, and it doesn't flow. So remember, all right, what I'm trying to get at is that you have, what happened? All right, am I crashing or something? All right, I think we're having issues. Yeah, we're having issues. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, folks. You know, I don't want to start the recording over because stuff like this does happen in these places, and as wonderful as they are, and it doesn't matter if it's the open sim or Second Life, you're always going to have stuff like this happen. So yeah, so it doesn't line up, but this one does. So really, what I wanted to show you is that you can flip that texture. All right, so we're having problems again. Why? Okay, that's what happened. I had more prims in there from all the times I did that. Okay, I was sitting. There was a prim inside of a prim inside of a prim inside of a prim. Okay. Yeah, just remember to flip the texture, okay? And even that came out nice. Okay, so this is what happens. If it doesn't line up and you flip it, you might wind up with a very interesting design. Okay, like a happy accident type of thing. Okay, so this looks very nice. This is a very different look to it, and it seems to work very nice with the texture. So if you find yourself with a texture that when you pull that prim, don't pull it, use the wand, please. You'll be very happy you did. And but you find that the texture doesn't lend itself from one edge to the other edge. Flip one of them and see what you get out of it. Okay. So the next thought here, and I'm going to use. Bear with me a second. If it's this one. Yeah, all right. Well, what the hell, you know, we could use that. All right, so I'm going to tighten this up a little bit, right? Yeah, let's go to 4. All right, so here's your sighting, right? All right, so now let's say now you have a prim. Okay, that is. So now this prim here, say you built something, right? But this prim here, because of the roof, the way the shape of the building is a taller prim, okay? All right, doesn't matter what the dimensions are, how high, it's just taller. So now what do you do with that, right? You could try to work the textures by themselves, right? To try to find that spot there, right? And then you have to move it around and try to line it up, it's a pain in the neck, okay? All right, it's a pain in the neck. So let's put that back at 4. Let's keep this at 0. All right, so what do? Okay, glad you asked. All right, so it really doesn't matter which way you start. You're going to end up taking from this side, okay, from the prim that you want it to look like. So you go into, let's see here, planner, okay. So you want to go to mapping, all right. Open up that slot there, planner, all right. All right, wait a second. All right, hold on a second. 1 second. Select face, select that face first. Hold your shift button, left click on this one. And so the last one you click is the one that's going to be um, the main. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so now it looks like a mess, right? So hit align planner. You can see it lines up nicely. And now work your vertical. Work your let's keep that 1. All right, let's see what it looks like. All right, so now this is a little small, right? We could increase that some. All right, so we'll continue bringing it this way, the horizontal, right? Okay. All right, so use that tool. All right. All right, so now, so let's say now you made another one. All right, we're going to do a few of them just to go through the motions. All right, so that one there, I'm going to make it there. Okay, that one there, we're going to stretch it this way. All right, and even higher still. Okay. All right, so okay, oh my God, what do I do about this? All right, no one taught me these tools. All right, so you pick this one. Now that you've done this side, right? Okay, so this is another trick. All right, of course you could make them all, and then at whatever sizes you want, and then pick the size last, the one that you want, and doesn't matter if you have 10 of them in a row. That little function that you saw with those 2 prims will happen to all of them. Okay, but let's just say now you just did those 2. All right, so you pick the face on this one, hold your shift, left click on this one, left click on this one, and left click on that one. And all you have to do is hit the align planner, and everyone's on board. Okay, and since you used the magic wand, there's no flickering, there's no fluttering, there's no bouncing around. It's all very, very uniformed, and it looks like one wall, right? It looks like one wall. So I hope this helps you. Anyone out there who watches this, um, and you've been trying to build and you're trying to figure out what to do with this, these are the tools to make your textures nice and even, nice and straight, make your prims to align perfectly. So yeah, and you can do that with your floors. Okay, so I guess I'll do this very quickly. Let's see here. Let's use you. Okay, bear with me. I'll stretch both sides this time. Okay. All right, let's see here. Just to show you something. Okay, so I'm going to change the texture. Let's see what I've got. Oh, floor. Okay, what I got here. No, not that one. 3D. Let's see what that is. All right, that's something to work with. All right. Although there has these stains in the middle, we're going to ignore that. This floor is actually very nice. Okay, so let me throw a little color in it because I just don't like something so orangey. All right, okay. All right, so this is your floor, right? All right, so now you're scrolling down here using the edge. We want to hit this edge here, okay? And that's all set. So that's your floor there. All right, so now let's do one more. All right, so now this one here is longer this way. Oh, I have both sides stretched out. Okay, let's get rid of that prim. Let's do this right, folks. All right. Okay. So yeah, so this one here is longer this way, right? A little longer this way, and it's a little longer this way. Okay, in fact, this one here is longer this way, right? And a little bit this way. All right, so here we got the same situation, right? They're different. They don't line up, okay? And so what do you do? All right, let's say I like the way this looks here. In fact, let me let's open that up so you folks can see it a little better. All right, and it's going to change because we're going to use that other method. But I just want to show you what the floor looks like. So okay, I want something like this. All right, so it don't matter which one you actually pick first because you're going to hit the face on that one, hit it on this one, and hit it on this one, right? So again, mapping, planner, align. Okay, go to 2. Went too far. 2. Okay, so there you have it. All right, it looks like one floor. Right, even with the shape on it. No seams, because I used the wand. And the planner puts all your texturing as one texture on this floor of 3 prims. Okay, let's flip over here. All right, you get a bit of a bird's eye view, right? All right, so there you have it. So if you have different level floors, you have a store that has a higher level, you're using the same wood pattern, or or even the tiles. Um, you could even carpeting. I mean, it's anything works with anything. Okay. Um, on occasions, you may have to do a flip when you're dealing with many different turns on your walls and things of that nature. But whenever you have a situation where it's not lining up, use the flip. Okay, use your flips over here. Okay, depending on which way you're going, you can always flip it back. Okay, it's not gonna mess it up. If it don't look right, go back and use the other flip. All right, either horizontal or vertical. So it should pop in eventually. So you know uh, it's almost perfect. This system. It's 99.9% in my opinion. I love it. It just makes life so much easier, less stress. You could build until your heart's content, and you won't have any prims bouncing in and out of each other. So that's it. I just wanted to show you folks that. So I did a little video for that, and I hope it helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to help you as much as I can. I am a pretty good builder. There's guys out there, folks out there that certainly have been doing this longer than me. But whatever I do know, I'll be very happy to share. Okay? So that's it. Enjoy your building, your creativity, and enjoy your open sims or if you're in Second Life, it all works the same. So be well, and I guess I'll see you folks in the next video. Bye for now.